It's time for Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather, sponsored by John's Heating and Air, Command Family Medicine, and Taylor Grubaugh Chevrolet. Here's your host, meteorologist Abby Dyer.
Good morning, everyone. We are waking up to temperatures in the mid-40s across the Ozarks, and believe it or not, we are heading into the mid-70s for highs today. T-shirt weather across the Ozarks today. The groundhog yesterday said 6 more weeks of winter, but it's certainly not starting out that way here in the Ozarks. This is what I call, though, the false spring, so don't get too used to the 70s, but certainly I want you to get out and enjoy them today. It's a nice way to start a Monday, too, right? So much sickness going around. It's kind of nice to get a little break, a taste of spring, and some sunshine to go along with it. So 70s to start the week. We are going to warm up today, but we're starting off very warm, well above freezing this morning. Winter coats, not necessary. It is sunny and breezy today. Winds out of the west, 10 to 20 miles an hour, and I'm expecting a high temperature of about 73 here in Springfield. So certainly get out, enjoy it, soak up the sunshine. We do have cloud cover that moves back in as early as tomorrow. Cooler air with rain chances also arrives in the forecast. Now that's tomorrow evening. There's a frontal boundary in the area, and it actually will sag south across the Ozarks tonight. It kind of drapes across our southern counties. It stays stationary. And then it'll move a little bit north and south over the next couple of days, allowing for some rain chances, but no big major change with temperatures. The trend will be to cool things down, however, as we head closer to the middle of the week. For the end of the work week, I'm expecting numbers near average. That means mid-50s, so still not a bad forecast. Overall, we are talking really mild numbers, and there are some record highs set across the country today for the Southwest. We're getting in on some of that for the Southern Plains as well. Next weekend is also looking mild with high temperatures back into the 60s by the time we head into later parts of the week. So overall, this is looking like a fantastic forecast. I encourage you to get out and enjoy. Other things making headlines across the country, well, it's unsettled weather for much of the northwestern United States, including the early part of the week and maybe even midweek. Cold temperatures and heavy snowfall for the higher terrain and parts of the Cascades and the northern Rockies. Elsewhere, we have flooding concerns for Northern California. I mentioned last week that atmospheric river still continuing to dump some moisture on Northern California. We've also got accumulating snowfall for parts of the Northeast as some snowfall comes off the Great Lakes. And then record highs for the Southwest and the Southern Plains. That's what I just mentioned. And here in the Midwest, that's what we're getting in on. Some of that heat happening down for the southwestern part of the country. So a nice little taste of spring for many of us. All right, it's time for that Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather Brain Twister trivia question for the day. And the question that I left you with last week, how much warmer can the inside of an igloo be compared to the outside air? Do you think it's A, 10 degrees, B, 30 degrees, C, 50 degrees, or D, 70 degrees? Well, believe it or not, depending on how well that igloo is built, it can be D, 70 degrees warmer. So if you think about going to the South Pole or something like that, you actually are able to maintain some warmth if you properly build your igloo. Insulation provided by air pockets that are trapped within the compressed snow. It acts as excellent insulation and prevents heat loss. So you want to build the igloo and then pack as many bodies in it as you possibly can. Heat things up, and yes, it will maintain its warmth. And that's how our friends in the Arctic stay warm. So congrats if D, 70 was your guess. Here's the question that I'll leave you with for tomorrow. What European city is home to the Winter Palace? Do you think that is A, in Paris, B, Stockholm, C, Prague, or D, St. Petersburg? You can let me know your guess. That's at aroundtheozarks.com. Don't forget, while you're there, of course, we have the weather forecast also at aroundtheozarks.com and our Valentine's Day contest where you guess the number of candy hearts in the jar. Thanks so much to our sponsors this morning, John's Heating and Air, Command Family Medicine, and Taylor Grubaugh Chevrolet. I appreciate you listening to Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather to start your week. Have a fantastic day. It's going to be a great one. 73 degrees, mostly sunny skies, and a west wind. Get outside and enjoy. No coats needed today. We'll chat again first thing tomorrow morning.